What's up? Welcome back for more Honkai Impact 3rd. I just got done doing cardio, tired as hell, but story is here. Of course, gotta man up. I didn't have time to do this even earlier in the office. That's so bad. It's fine. I mean, it wouldn't just be that hard when it comes to the enemies. Alright, let's start. As the saying goes, essence is the appearance of its appearance. Huh? Experience tells us that if a person has a hairstyle like Bronya, acts like Bronya, and has hobbies like Bronya, this person could be Prometheus. Talaga. That. She's hopeless. Why are you all looking at me like that? Has the game Red Light, Green Light become popular on Earth again? Unfortunately, I cannot participate because that traffic rule doesn't apply to robots. No one responded, prompting Prometheus to shake her head to herself. At least you cannot compliment a robot's humor. Pro- Prometheus? Prometheus. No. All the time you spent searching and you're the legendary delivery driver? You little legendary delivery driver? What is that? Prometheus looked at them confusedly, then suddenly seemed to remember something. Turning to Bronya, she repeated it again in a standard newscaster tone. Hello, your order has arrived. Please pick it up. Taratat. Bronya awkwardly accepted the bag and pulled out 2 bags of chips and a burger. Uh-oh. Bronya, you're only eating junk food again? Budget's tight. Budget's tight. Look on the bright side. At least eating at this hour is still fairly healthy. As she spoke, Bronya held out a bag of chips to Cele, but one disapproving look from Cele was enough to make her sheepishly pull her hand back. Jeez, Bronya. Even I feel a bit sorry for you. I've been eating perfectly healthy these past few days, thanks to budget cuts. I've been living on beet soup and neither beets nor meat. Didn't have to add that last part. Ah, the one time I finally decided to treat myself, Cele caught me red-handed. Good thing it's just delivery. Eat! Oh? Are you implying that you've gotten away with more things I don't know about? No, don't overthink it. Uh-oh. Okay. No? Oh, I want this one. Meanwhile, the other Cele was still locked in a stalemate with Prometheus. You're really not the legendary delivery driver? I have confirmed that no such entity exists in my database. That said, there's something amusingly fitting about a delivery legend who never needed food delivery to her in the first place. What a load of nonsense. And why'd you suddenly become a delivery driver out of the blue? Even mechanical life forms possess the instincts to fill gaps in their knowledge through experience. In other words, it all comes down to pointless yet boundless curiosity. Curiosity? When even combat mechas start delivering food, it is truly difficult not to be curious about what makes this red ocean market so attractive. Look, just like this one. Prometheus lifted her toes and gently tapped a rogue mech they had just defeated. Wait, defense type mecha? Aren't these the everyday assistant mecha the legendary delivery driver controls? Their conversation caught Celeste's attention. She looked down, gazing suspiciously at the defunct mech on the ground. At least it used to be. However, this is an era of peace. Combat mecha like that one are not in demand anymore. Prometheus shrugged. It is not a common occurrence to replace the previous boss due to shifting industry trends. See, I replaced mine too. Don't bring up something so heavy with a straight face. Still, I think I now understand what you mean by legendary delivery driver. Follow me. Okay. Prometheus led the group to a rather old construction site. One side was fenced off, clearly a sign that construction had recently resumed. Sally pushed aside a few stray wires blocking the path, her lip curling in disgust. You really expect to find clues in a place like this? Suddenly, she wearily raised her side. Sally, get back! In their surprise, deep within the construction site were piles of mecha of all sizes. Most were in good condition, with smooth shells and no rust. However, one of them was covered in a thick layer of dust, evidently left here shortly after leaving the factory. Don't worry, the mechas are currently low on energy, so they won't react. These are the legendary delivery drivers you're looking for, probably. Huh? Judging by their appearance, these mecha were likely built before this place became a tourist destination. With the Honkai gun and tourists pouring in, these mecha were obsolete the moment they rolled off the line. Now they just sit here, slowly rusting away. Recently, with the construction crew moving in, someone modified this mecha to serve as food delivery assistants. No wonder that delivery driver can take dozens, even hundreds of orders at once. With an army of mecha like this, that's hardly a challenge. Come to think of it, we have the legendary delivery driver to thank for modifying this dusty mecha, so they have a chance to shine in a new field. They sure are shining bright, alright. Cause us a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, it seems delivery driver who modified the mecha was an amateur, so the modifications were incomplete. That's why they reverted to their initial combat mode halfway through. It's a shame things didn't work out. It ended up causing a bunch of trouble instead. Such sloppy work. So the legendary delivery driver really isn't Bronya? Taradat. No matter what field of life science they specialize in, all personnel ultimately end up as delivery drivers. I shall call this the law of conservation of delivery drivers. That is the reason I tried to become a delivery driver. But after doing it, I realized that the rush timing, the random destinations, and the frequent mishaps along the way weren't much different from wandering around bubble universes with Mistlin. Prometheus, you're not going to keep doing food delivery? Naturally, a career initiated by curiosity will terminate once that curiosity is satiated. I don't know. This is highly logical. In that case, it's about time I delete my account before the rush hits. For the final time, I wish you a pleasant meal. Wait, Prometheus, won't you reconsider? If you leave, what are we gonna eat? Yeah, what are we gonna eat? Prometheus departed without hesitation, leaving behind only the forlorn figures of a girl and a bunny. Meanwhile, Celia wasn't distracted by the farce unfolding before her. She looked at the logger on the construction fence and frowned deeply. That's right. How could I forget? There's another situation that calls for a mask. What? A mask? Obtain the Venetian staff. It's a weapon specifically used to inflict negative statuses on enemies. I think an enemy can put them into electrified state. After parting ways with Prometheus, Sally didn't rush off. Instead, she lingered around the construction site, searching thoughtfully. What are you looking for? Let me help. It's okay. I'm just having a look around. Look around. Okay. Sally, now that we figured out the whole story, let's just stop here. I'll head back, order a massive meal, and get some solid sleep. Then I'll focus entirely on enjoying this rare vacation. Sally looked at her with a smile. What's wrong, Bronya? I- It's nothing. I just have a bad feeling. Have you sensed something dangerous? Not sure if it's dangerous, but I have a feeling someone's in for a bad time. I think I heard your thoughts, Project Bunny. Ahem, boss, it's just misunderstanding. Suddenly, Isel stopped in front of a small warehouse deep within the construction site. There's barely any dust at the gate. I think this is the place. What do you mean, dust? Silly, I'd say better hurry back. Haha. That the other Sally glanced blankly between the two of them, then her expression changed as realization dawned. Sally, isn't this? She didn't answer. She simply drew her stuff, and the next second, the warehouse gate came crashing down. Oh! What is this? Busted or something? Ooh! Obtain the secret glow. It explodes on contact with enemies, stealing AoE. Scatter barrier will make the secrets glow fly faster. Oh, this is awesome. Now I can safely Unlike its exterior suggestion, the room inside was spacious and tidy, with several computers humming away in the corner. Let me guess, um, it's Bronya's house or setup. I don't know. It looks more like a large workshop than a warehouse. Cele merely glanced at the screen before turning back to gaze calmly at Bronya. So it really is the demo for Studio Reason's latest title. Looks like even while tearing through the city as the legendary delivery driver, Bronya hasn't forgotten to develop a game during sleep hours. Se- Cele? That's amazing! Eating deliveries, staying up late, speeding, and endangering public safety all rolled into one. That's so like you, Bronya. So useless. Times like this, it's up to me to save the day. Sele, you got it wrong. We're crashing here, sure, but I'm the real legendary delivery driver. Bronya has no clue about any of it. Oh? Is it really you? Trust me, I'm the real deal. Nice work. I'll sign off on your leave once you're back. Sure thing. Thanks, boss. In that case, I'll make sure you remember this. Hey, wait. I'm the one delivering food. Why am I getting punished too? Nipping problems in the bud, that's a doctor's duty. Uh-oh. Okay. It's easy. Ooh. Wait. Goodbye, world! With a thud, Project Bunny fell dramatically to the ground. Project Bunny! Get up. Sally would never hit that hard. Taradad. Project Bunny made no reply. She simply lay there with her hands clasped over her chest, looking as peaceful as if it in a slumber. Sally ignored Project Bunny, looking up at Bronya with a smile. Bronya, as the true legendary delivery driver, is there anything you'd like to say? Wait, Sally, you're mistaken. The legendary delivery driver is Project Bunny. During the critical phase of game development right under your nose, Project Bunny voluntarily took on a second part-time job. Bronya, do you really think I'd buy a story like that? Can't argue with that. What's that sound? It's my heart crying. I was going to take the fall for Bronya in exchange for a generous paid leave, but you saw right through me in a heartbeat. So I took that beating for nothing. Taradat. Still, Sele, what makes you so sure your precious Bronya is the legendary delivery driver? Because something felt off. When I saw Bronya earlier in those sunglasses and that mask, I already had suspicions, but I couldn't figure out what they were about at the time. It wasn't until I noticed how similar the construction crew's logo was to the vertical prints on the mask that I realized where that feeling came from. Sel never told us where we'd be spending the holidays. Bornya probably didn't expect to see us here either, so I thought she brought the mask because of us. But why would someone like Bronya, who willingly plays games with sudden death every day, start carrying a mask around out of the blue? Maybe it's only useful for repairing dusty mecha at a sand-swept old construction site. I see. You're amazing, Sele. Your observation and deduction skills are both incredible. Grown so much, Sele. That's because doctors basically play guessing games with illness for a living. And besides, there are always patients who won't come clean. Bronya gave a dry laugh, breaking into a cold sweat. Now it's your turn, Bronya. So, what wild idea made you suddenly take up a job as delivery rider? Sele, would you believe me if I told you it was an accident? What? It's just... Ah, I originally just wanted to order some food. Who knew I'd accidentally register as a delivery driver? Later, I realized delivering food was surprisingly fun, so I kept it up to make extra money for the studio on the side. Yeah, speeding and staying up, delivering food sounds exactly like your thing. Taratat. So, Bronya, you started doing food delivery that long ago? I can't believe I didn't notice at all. Ahem. Due to a minor incident later on, my license was revoked. It wasn't until recently when the studio ran into cash flow trouble that I got back into it. Taratat. So, you're not angry, are you? I promise, I didn't push myself to the limits this time. Project Bunny and the mecha handled all the long hours for me. What a heartless boss. Speaking of which, why did those mechas lose control? Bronya, are you alright? Well, it's because Bronya cut corners and bought the third-party system control software. She won't even pay for an annual subscription. Is allocating the budget reasonably. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So when crunch time hit a few days ago and she forgot to pay the bill, this is where it got us. Now we had to stop taking delivery orders and put the development on hold, just to run all over the world recovering a rampaging mecha. Genius. Pure genius. Da 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 da. At this, the sellers could only exchange a speechless glance. This mecha had been gathering dust ever since they left the factory. Then one day, someone finally took notice of them and gave them a new lease of life, only for them to be passed down through subcontractors and turned into unpaid delivery drivers. They were even condemned for attacking residents in the end. If they had AI and learned they were being scrapped just because someone forgot to renew their monthly card, I wonder how they'd feel about that. Really, really terrible. Based on the numbers, we should be almost done recovering the modified mecha. Thanks to your help, this case is almost over. Over? I... Sele, is there something you want to ask me? I... No, never mind. Really? Yeah. Sele, you've seemed a little off ever since we heard about the legendary delivery driver today. Is everything okay? Tartat. Looks like she's a bit shy, so allow me to explain instead. Sally arrived Union City ahead of you and specifically hired the city's top-rated delivery driver to send a gift to you. Coincidentally, that delivery driver was me. You, how did you know I was the one who placed the order? I assigned thousands of orders to Mecca every day, but as luck would have it, this one landed with me. So you knew this whole time and didn't say a word. You, you did this on purpose? I'll Sorry, I couldn't resist teasing you a little. That was not my intention. Initially, I was so swamped cleaning up after the mega rampage that it completely slipped my mind. Later, when we regrouped and saw Cele's reaction, I completely lost the nerve to bring it up. Sorry, Cele. As much as I wanted to deliver that message for you, Rania only had one life to risk. But for now, it's time to complete this order. I think it would be better if you gave it to Sally yourself. As she spoke, Bronya handed an exquisite box to Sally. Under Bronya's encouraging gaze, Sally handed the box to her other self. Ah, this is... What? Okay. Oh. Bracelet. This bracelet. Sele, you still remember it? Of course, how could I forget? It's tied to such a wonderful memory. It was a rare shared vacation for the three of them. While spending time with the children at Kyora's home, Sally suggests they all make some crafts together. No! You stared at the instruction sheet for this bracelet for a long time back then. Rania also said its design was interesting, almost like it was tailor-made for us. Yeah, unfortunately, it was a spur of the moment thing that day, and Kiara's home didn't have all the crafting materials we needed. So, oh, look it, it's for Villanueva. This is for Cele. I don't know if this is for Cele too, but this is Bunny. So we agreed to make this bracelet together as a memento the next time we come to see the kids. I just didn't expect us to get tied up again so soon. Either either the three of us could never get our schedules to line up, or we barely had time to play with the kids before rushing off again. I didn't expect you still remember it, let alone give it to me as a gift. You bet. I remember everything about you clearly. Every little thing. Thank you, Cele. That makes me so happy. Cele, you wouldn't believe how long the note she attached was when she had me deliver this bracelet. Rania! Warning. This item is extremely important to both me and the receipt. Warning. Handle it with care and deliver it safely. Otherwise, I'll make you feel a regret worse than death. Additionally, stop it! Watching the two of them goof around, Cele broke into the brightest smile she'd worn all day. Cele, are you feeling a bit better now? Um, I'd be happier if you could keep your mischief to this level. Cele, you don't have to worry so much all the time. They all want you to take it easy. I can't do that. If I really left you alone, you'd be the ones getting hurt. Nothing we can't handle. Tara. Then I promise I'll behave myself next time. Do you really think I'd believe that? Tara. Silly. Never mind. I know your character too well. You won't change easily. In the end, Sele just gave a resigned smile. If you want to make it up to us, put your work aside and take the next few days off with us. Oh, that's nice. How does one have a great day? Answers may vary greatly, but for Bronya and Sele, the best choice was naturally to leave work behind and spend some happy, peaceful time together. And so, when the dust settled, the girls finally got to enjoy the wonderful vacation they had promised each other long ago, but could only now make a reality. Petals drifted down, the fragrance filling the air. Tourists lost themselves in a world of flowers, which bloom like smiles. Looking at the scene before her, Ronya let out a long sigh of relief. Come to think of it, how long has it been since we last did something unproductive yet heartwarming? A few months? Half a year? A year? But it can't be helped. We can stand on our own now, after all. It's a bit embarrassing to say we can stand on our own. No, Sele, you have always done a great job. You're already the undisputed backbone on the medical squad. Sensing the atmosphere around her, Rania cautiously swallowed the rest of her sentence. Would be even better if she weren't so strict with me. No. Eh, actually, I just want to help everyone a little more. It's just like when I was still frail, I only wanted to do a little more for everyone and become a source of support for them. It's just, the more I help everyone, the more I realize how little I can actually do. Don't say that, Sele. You're an indispensable asset and an irreplaceable friend to us. You always have been. Thank you, Ronya. I know what you mean, but that's not what I want to say. Ever since joining the medical squad, I met all kinds of patients through my work. There are soldiers who can no longer fight due to injuries, and civilians who struggle to live normally because of illness. Although my authority can heal their sickness and injury and ease their pain, the marks left by their suffering won't fade away so easily. Soldiers becoming afraid of battle or overly aggressive due to trauma, civilians experiencing drastic personality changes after serious illness. There are countless cases like this. So, sometimes I can't help but think how wonderful it'd be if my ability weren't healing pain, but keeping everyone from ever knowing it. Sele, this isn't your responsibility. I understand, of course, but as a doctor, it's hard not to think that way. A doctor's duty is to heal and save lives, yet their greatest wish is for a world that no longer needs doctors. Isn't that a bit contradictory? Is that why you're so strict with your patients? Huh? Although some people have said that I act like a completely different person when I put on a doctor's coat, am I really that scary? What should I do? What if I scare the patients? Hmm, if you're scared of you, if they're scared of you, they must be blind. Sele, it would be even better if you could be more lenient with me, too. I can't do that. You're already doing as you please these days. If I don't do something, who knows what might happen? Anyway, there's no way I'd agree to that. Then stay the course. If I've started acting differently because of you, there must be many others subtle influenced by you, sparing them worse injuries. Sparing. I don't know. You see, maybe you've already changed the world in your own way without even realizing it. Changing the world usually doesn't mean actually moving the earth, but rather subtly altering the course of your own life and the lives of those around you. Ronya, have I been changed by all of you too? Whether it's this gift or just having you by my side, I think I understand what I truly want a little better now. Memories of part 1 CG's coming back to me. Okay. Okay. The girl looked up at the swirling petals in the distance, then shared a smile with her friends. Even if flowers eventually wither, even if incurable diseases remain in this world, at least the flowers bloom a moment longer at her fingertips. At least she brought every patient a measure of comfort, as they still had such peaceful, heartwarming moments together. A gentle breeze swept by, sending petals fluttering down. Amid the sea of flowers were three inseparable girls playing as they always did. Silly. Want to make flower crowns together? Huh? It's like that bracelet. Let's change this world with more peaceful, heartwarming memories. Because this is what you have always cherished the most. Okay, then let me use my authority to capture it in full bloom. Just like today, which would be etched into their memories as the most heartwarming scene. In that case, I have to go all out and make a flower crown Sally will absolutely love. Oh, getting fired up, then I'll craft the most unforgettable flower crown. By the way, Sally, for the sake of the flower crown, can we call it even on what happened earlier? Don't think about it. Hahaha. The warm breeze carried the girl's laughter into the distance. Like a prayer, it etched a beautiful blessing into a fleeting moment. And we're done. Nice. Okay. Honestly, was good. Actually, that was great. Okay, even if it's a very short, it was great. It's just like a side trip for these characters, because I don't know if it's next week or 2 weeks from now, the main story will come out for part 2. Okay, so I have to finish all this adventure, then these talents, because we have like a few more. And I have no more comments about it. I like the game mode, honestly. It's like it's random. It's really random, and the ones I like are the ones that I can AFK and I could watch on my second screen or on the third screen. Okay. Anyways, with that said, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like the video, and I will see you in the next video of Honkai Impact 3. Mata ni minasan.